guys? How are you doing? Thought I'd hit you guys with a quick video. I'm gonna do a little pack tutorial. I have the Regal, the pink diamond wood. I got it. I was gonna say all cleaned up. It's not really all cleaned up. I rinsed it out. That's good enough for the morning. I'm gonna be having a little morning session. So what I'm gonna do is some orange Trifecta dark orange Seville coffee. And I'm also gonna have some Azure blonde line or gold line chocolate cake, which I've really enjoyed, the Azure chocolate cake. And I'm going to be packing it in the Alpaca Lerook. So it's a rook with a lip, and I'm going to be using the Phoenix. So I wanted to do a quick pack tutorial for you guys. That's what I'm gonna be smoking. I'm gonna take my pipe and put it in the other room and check on my coals, and then get right back to it with you guys. Okay, so, like I mentioned, we're doing a mix of Trifecta Dark, there we go, orange Seville coffee, and chocolate cake. Now, we're gonna be mixing a blonde and a dark. There are many schools of thought on what to do, how to do it, and why. I like to mix them up. So, the mix is going to be, I don't know, we're gonna eyeball it. So we're gonna reach in, grab some Trifecta Dark. That's how it's cut. If you don't know, you should probably know by now. You know, one of the reasons I like to mix a dark and a blonde, particularly in the morning like this, I'm gonna be working. I am just waking up. I got my coffee, and it's gonna cut down on the buzz a little bit. Now, me personally, I don't really get too much of a buzz from Trifecta Dark. It is a dark leaf tobacco. There is some buzz. I mean, it's going to have more buzz than, you know, if you're smoking social smoke or something. But for me personally, it doesn't really do a whole lot anymore from all the Tangiers that I like to smoke. That being said, I do like to mix a blonde with a dark, especially when I'm going to be working and have other things going on while I'm smoking, so that I don't get that big buzz, and so that it's not quite as temperamental. It's really more of an issue when you're talking Tangiers as opposed to Trifecta Dark. I don't have as many issues with Trifecta Dark as far as session quality, and you know, it's not nearly as temperamental. So that's about as much tobacco as I'm gonna put in. I'm gonna pick up the bowl and show you guys, and then we'll mix it up. So I don't know, the lighting's not awesome, but that's about it. It's not going to be real high. I don't want my tobacco to really be making any contact with the Phoenix. I am going to be using the Phoenix, which I'm usually a foil guy, but like I said, I'm going to be working. It's the morning time. I'm not going to have a lot of time to play with my bowl and be playing with foil and whatnot. So I do feel like you have a better session with foil as opposed to an HMD. But the HMD definitely makes things a little bit easier. So when I like to pack, I try to cover the hole with my thumb. I don't always do that. And then you just kind of sprinkle it in around. There we go. Make a mess on your countertop. That's always good. So I'm just kind of sprinkling it in there. Let me see if I can get a better light on for us here. That did nothing. Perfect. Perfect. So, getting the last bits of tobacco out of here. And then I'm going to just kind of evenly distribute it and have it so that it's like a semi-dense pack. It's not going to be tight. It's not going to be packed real tight like your RB Palmer pack. You know, like you would use for Tangiers. It's going to be, look, I have a window. I should have opened that before. There we go. So it's not going to be nearly as tight as when you do, you know, as you would want to pack your Tangiers. So I'm just going to kind of lightly press it down, redistribute the tobacco throughout the bowl just so that it's a little bit even. Really didn't have to do too much of that because we sprinkled it in. And that is about all the science that you need to enjoy a good bowl. Now, it's pretty much good as it is right now, especially for use with the Phoenix. There is one thing that I do like to do. And so the Lerook, as you can see, the spire has the notches. I like to clear those out a little bit, make a little bit of a well next to them. I find that, and this may very well be in my head, I have not done enough testing to know this for certain, but I always feel like with bowls like that, when I do this, I don't really feel like, honestly, it helps with airflow a whole lot, which was my initial thought and why I wanted to do it. But I feel like I get less drippage, which sort of makes sense, but also sort of sounds like bro science, and I don't know which one it is, but now that's just what I do. So I don't know if it's right, but if you want to do it like me, clear a little tunnel out next to your spire notches. So that's about it. I'm going to do one of the more important steps of this process when smoking in the morning and working, and that, let's get my coffee ready. We got coffee in the bowl. We're getting some coffee in the cup. I already got my milk and sugar in there because I'm a life hacker. So look, see, it stirs itself. That's a little free tidbit for you guys. You're welcome, THL. Let me get this on the bowl, get the Lotus going. Let me get this on the bowl, get the Phoenix going, and then we'll talk soon. All right, so my coals are almost done. They're fully red. They're actually probably pretty much done. I just threw the Phoenix onto the burner. I like to let the Phoenix, and it's the only HMD that I really think that it's okay to do this. I do like to let the Phoenix heat up just a tiny bit. A lot of people will put their Phoenix on when the coals are like half done. I've done that. I find that will shock your tobacco a little bit, which I don't love. I don't mind letting it heat up some, but the Phoenix does take a very long time to heat up if you just start it cold. So I'll put it on for between 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes after my coals are really pretty much already fully lit. Like when I would normally take the coals off, I'll go ahead and throw my Phoenix on and just let it sit there for just a minute or two. And then take it off and put it on the bowl. So it doesn't get too hot, it doesn't scorch your tobacco, and the Phoenix doesn't get hotter than what the Phoenix is going to be once you put the coals in. I think one of the reasons I had some trouble in the beginning with preheating the Phoenix, because when I first got the Phoenix, I was kind of frustrated that it took so long to heat up, and I was using some lower heat coals with it that didn't, just weren't working out. But one of the issues that I then ran into when I preheated it is I preheated it too long. So if you preheat it for too long, it's going to be hotter at the very beginning than the rest of your session, and it's just going to slowly feel like your session's dying down. Your tobacco longevity is going to become an issue, and this kind of alleviates both of those problems. So I found 1.5 to 2 minutes is kind of the sweet spot, and then you let your coals kind of heat it up the rest of the way. Right about now, I should get somewhat of a puff of smoke. Probably won't be too crazy, but like I said, I'm expecting for it to still be heating up. Let's see if we can get this on this one. There we go. And this is one of the new tips. This is the Hookah Junkie tip. Shout out to Maz. Thank you for sending me this. I very much like it, and I made fun of these things for a while. And I have a few more coming. Not just the Hookah Junkie tips, but the other tips. And I mean, really, I just want to be one of the cool kids. These seem to be really popular. I made fun of them at first, especially when they were just coming from Russia. But everyone has one, and I mean, let's be honest, we wouldn't be on social media if we didn't want to feel important and popular. So as I said, it's still heating up. That definitely helped. I mean, you can see it. We have wispy clouds, but we have clouds coming. I have 4 Prestige jumbo flats in the Phoenix right now, and I'm really very impressed with the jumbo flats. I know I've mentioned it, in text on here before, but I very much I'm really impressed. So I loved Prestige cubes when they were out before. They were my go-to coal for Tangiers for a long time. And then they kind of went away, and they just had cubes, and then they were kind of gone. All right, so it's been a few more minutes. I had a phone call come through. Like I said, I'm working from home today, and starting to heat up. So, like I had started to mention before the call, and we'll see how I'm able to cut the video, but I have 4 Prestige jumbo flats in the Phoenix, and I'm very, very impressed with these coals. They last for a long time. They last, to me, just as long as most of your cubes do, but you have the added benefit of being able to Stonehenge them and play with your heat more that way. So yeah, bowl's going good. Flavor's nice. It's definitely mostly coffee. Very, very, very light orange note, and then very, very light with the chocolate. So the Azure chocolate cake by itself, absolutely you can taste that it's cake. It's not just a straight chocolate flavor. I feel like it mixes really well with coffee flavors. I've mixed it before with the Trifecta Dark Morning Glory, which is just the straight coffee without the sweet orange in it. This is my first time doing it with the orange, and it's really nice. I figured it'd be good. You know, chocolate covered oranges are good. Coffee and orange obviously is good because the orange Seville coffee is really, really good. So yeah, it's definitely going well. I recommend this mix, and I definitely recommend this bowl. Picked the bowl up from Hookah Junkie as well, and like I said, it's the Alpaca Lerook. It works perfect. It fits the Lotus. It fits your Phoenix. It's going to fit all your other HMDs. It has the lip to keep them in place and keep it a little bit more sturdy. The lip isn't as tall as some other lipped bowls that I've had in the past, which at first I didn't really think that I liked a whole lot. But I do now, as I've got to use it a little bit more. The lip is actually perfect like this. Having the lower lip, it offers a little bit more versatility for pack. If you do want to pack it with foil, you don't have as big of a gap, and you don't have to pack tobacco onto your lip. Like I have a stone fit, and I love that bowl, but I only use it without foil. I won't use it with foil. It's just there's too much of a gap, and I don't like packing on the lip. So that's about it. I can't think of anything else that I have to say, and I do have to get some work done. And I have my coffee to drink, and that's in the other room. So I'm going to sign off now. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I'm able to edit these videos together so that it's one video. Otherwise, I'm going to make a post of 4 videos. And this is why we don't do too many YouTube videos, because I just don't have that much fucking time, you guys. King Tommy out.